First and foremost, we'd like to give our praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm your brother Mark Collard from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp. With a lesson here to feel the potential lecture, the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, our usual is to prophesy the downfall of the society, man. To prophesy, as the scripture says, son of man, prophesy, what's about to happen in this place, right? So, before I go any further, bear with me, let me get the book of, bear with me 1 second. Right? Mosquitoes. Zephaniah 2 verse 1, it says, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation that desired, man. And that's speaking of the Israelites, our people, the so-called Latinos, niggers, Native American Indians. We are the ones that aren't desired. It says, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth. When you really look into the word meek, it goes back afflicted. We are the ones that are afflicted, man. Right? It says, which have wrought is judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, he shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Because right now, the day of the Lord's anger is pouring out upon this society. And you have to have that spiritual eyes to see. And it's funny, respect. It's funny. It's funny, how so much things are happening in prophecies in this day and age that's affecting the people of the world, but yet still they can't really see what's happening because the Lord basically had blind their minds, right? Which goes back, let me get that in the New Testament, seeing what King David said it, saying in the book of Romans 11, and verse 7 it says, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You understand? It says, according as it is written, the Most High, had given them the spirit of slumber, which is in the book of Isaiah. So, it says, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And literally unto this day, right? It says, and David said, let their table be made a snare, and a trap and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Now, why do I start this lesson this way? I start this lesson because, of prophecies. And we have a major prophecy right now, which, is the feet with the 10 toes in the book of Daniel. Part with iron, part with clay. The scriptures speak about, partly weak and partly strong. Something that, I'm gonna get it, Lord's willing. We are see that they are divided. We are seeing now that they are divided, and one of the reasons why they are divided is this energy. Partly strong, partly weak. Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, he said one of the reasons why they are divided now is this whole energy crisis. Now, personally, I know that every time I come, I speak about this whole energy crisis, but I have to. One of the reasons why I speak about the energy crisis so much is because the Lord had given me the understanding, of what's going to happen in this energy crisis. So I have to speak about it, man, because I understand it, and I understand where this thing is gonna go and what it's gonna lead up to, because Europe, these European countries are said to be first world countries, and they are being affected by it. Now, I have an article. I haven't even read it as yet. Yo, bluff, saying? Respect. I haven't even read this article as yet, but I want to go into this article, and this article was shared with, to us, saying by brothers, man, saying. So I want to go into this article just the headline of this article basically speaks volume, right? So this is from sidepaper.com, yeah, sidepaper.com, and it reads, Paris to scale back monument lighting as energy bills bite. No, look on the DP, right? This is what it would look like, right? That is what it would look like, right? So, and it reads, okay, it reads, Paris will start switching off the ornamental lights that grace city monument hours earlier than usual, plunging the Eiffel Tower and other landmarks in the dark to cope with surging electricity costs, officials said Tuesday, right? It says most monuments operated by the city will now go unlit from 10 p.m., right? 2000 GMT, a potential disappointment for the tens of millions of tourists to the romantic city of lights, right? It says the Eiffel Tower usually bathed in a warm glow until 1 a.m. and which comes ablaze with dazzling white lights every hour, while now, or Salakia says, will now go dark after the last visitors leaves at 11:45 p.m. He says, but the street lights will remain for security, as will the illuminations of the city's ornate bridge over the Seine, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Seine River. Mayor Anne Hidalgo said at a press conference, and I don't even have to go any further. As a matter of fact, let me go a little bit further. It says the energy sobriety plan amid to cut energy use by 10%, said Hidalgo, which could help soften the blow of rising cost by some 10 million euros, right? Which is $10.2 million. So the Eurozone is in a problem. These European countries, even Britain, they are now facing energy crisis. Yeah? Shalom, right? So they are now facing a major energy crisis. No, my point is, what you think is going to happen to these third world countries, man? They're going to feel it as well. See, because right now it's energy rationing, if I'm using the right term, and it's all by design, man. See, they're doing it by design to further put you people with area from Jamaica Camp, area from Jamaica Camp, is right? See, they're doing this deliberately to basically get you people to submit to it's not Shalom. Salakia bro, Shalom, yeah? They're doing this deliberately to basically submit the people in the WTO. You understand? And a lot of people gonna get caught out there. There's gonna be revolt as well, because that's coming. The scriptures did speak about sedition among men. See, where is this? So ants. Oh, it's not ant, it's a thing there. Respect, brother. See? The scriptures did speak about sedition among men. And we're basically seeing where that's happening right now. So let's get to the book of 2nd Ezra 9. My bad. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. See, I thought it was ants crawling up on me, but it was the car that pulled up behind me, the muffler. Right? So 2nd Ezra 9 verse 1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure though the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the eyes will begin to visit the world which he made, right? So So we're going to read some of the signs, right? And even Yahweh Shai himself, oh Lord, quote these signs in Matthew 24, right? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and now these uproars that is being taking place now in Europe, it's, how should I put it? The energy crisis is by design, but these people going out not by design. They know that the people will go out based off their actions, but what I mean is that, you remember the other day in the States, a couple years back, maybe like 2 years ago, when I can't remember the exact year, when they have these whole heap of protests, and you used to have the police putting different section of government, some carrying bricks, putting on corners for people to riot and shit. You know, brothers, if brothers remember what I'm speaking about, brothers can put it on the comment board. They used to do that because you used to have agent provocateurs out there boosting up riots. And evil, you have a lot of Edomites, evil cops basically went in stores, took clothes, took cake. I remember this specific news report where two Edomite women was stealing 2 cake. And the reporter said, I hope they were there because, you know, it was looking bad. Because you had, at that point in time, you had Jake basically pointing out that you have men out there with earpiece, agents out there with earpiece, you know, and Jake was saying, no, we are not doing any, it's a peaceful protest, which when you really look at it, a protest cannot be really peaceful. Respect, saying you have to fight for your freedoms, man. Saying, so what they're doing, it's not working, but our fight is spiritual. But anyway, what I was saying is that the protests now in Europe, these people went out not because there was an agent out there, man. See, but it's because of the rising cost of their energy bills. Not only Europe, all over the world, people going out, man. See, as a matter of fact, let me just finish the scripture and let me see if I can find an article on that. It says back in 2 Esdras verse 9, verse 3 again, it says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? It says, for like as all that is made in the world at a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest, of plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and ending in effects and signs. And a part of the signs basically is the fact that this place is about to be thrown down, man. You know, and rightly so. You know, this damn battery is dying, man. This damn battery is dying. The battery that I'm using to get the internet from is dying. You know, my bad. Salakia. We want to find something. One second. Countries that are protesting because of high energy bills. Let's see what we get from this, right? This is from Reuters, right? Reuters. Rising energy prices could fuel social unrest across Europe this winter. Right? Let me just I'll do a little reading here. It says, London on September 2nd and Reuters, Europe, wealthiest nations face rising risk of civil unrest over the winter, including street protests and demonstrations due to high energy prices and mounting cost of living. According to a risk consultancy firm, both Germany and Norway are some of the developed economies experience disruptions to everyday life because of labor actions, a trend already seen in the United Kingdom. Verisk Maplecroft's principal analyst Tarbjan, whatsoever that word want to be. Solvated toll routers. That's a big name for me. It says verse 6 latest report on its civil unrest index found more than 50% of the almost 200 countries covered experienced an increase in mass mobilization risk between the second and the third quarter of 2022, the largest quantity of nations since the firm released the index in 2016. The list of countries with the biggest project increase in risk include Bosnia and Herzegovina, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, according to the report released on Friday. See, actually, hold on. Let me see if I can just get a list. Because what I want is a list. I want an actual list. We can just show you some countries, man. One second. I'm looking for a list, but all I'm finding is article. But anyway, saying, regardless, you know, we know what's coming, you know, regardless. So I can't find the list because after all is said and done, there will be sedition, man. Saying because the people gonna rise up against their government, which goes back to 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second. Let me just pull that up, not from the phone because the battery is dying. Right. So 2nd Ezra. Let me pull that up from the Apocrypha, yeah? Right, so. Right. 2nd Ezra 15. And let me start at verse. See, because this energy crisis is not only going to be in Europe, it's going to be everywhere. Chiefly in America, man. This morning my cousin was telling me that he buy a new fridge. I was telling him, look, you're gonna have an energy crisis, man. Because he believes in stocking up on food to save himself, you know. But 2nd Ezra 15 verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting. That's happening now. That's prophecy, right? It says, and hail, and with a fearful constellation, says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. So this energy crisis, yeah, is gonna help to lead up to that. Also, the food crisis is gonna help lead up to that as well. You know? It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And sedition is when the people come up. No, darling. Sedition is when the people basically come against the powers and the authorities that be. When they come up against the government, the police force, the military, your pastors, whatsoever leading role you have in society. When the people don't give a damn, and as a matter of fact, let me get down. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it's whatsoever they will that they'll do. See why? This is what it says. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's what's coming, man. And we've been speaking of the food shortage, you know, on how the Heavenly Father is bringing forth a massive food shortage, man. And as the Lord say, He'll increase the famine upon you. And let me get that, man. You know, it's Ezekiel the 5th chapter. See? These scriptures were written for a purpose, and people gonna understand perfectly what it means. You know? Ezekiel chapter 5. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 15, it says, so it shall be a reproach and a taunt, and an instruction and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in thee, in anger and in fury and in furious rebukes. I, the Lord, have spoken it. And the Lord did that. You understand? He's going to do it again. He says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So the Lord said He is going to increase the famine. Why you think a third of Pakistan was underwater? That was one of the reasons. The Yangtze River dried up in China. A lot of these countries have bad farm in 2022. See? 2022, like up in Ukraine, when they should be basically farming, they're dealing with war. So yes, a little bit of trading going, but these major nations hoard it up. See? So you know that 2023 there's a shortage on food, and there's a whole lot of report out there basically saying that 2023 there's a food crisis because a lot of these nations didn't get to plant food 2022 for 2023. You understand? See, I have like China, which is the number one producer of rice, that export rice, basically have been hit by a drought for quite some time now. So if China is being battered by a drought, that means production level is gonna go down. So there's gonna be less food to ship across. So China have to basically keep back food, rice for themselves in their storehouses. You understand? Because that's how they do it. You know? Verse 17, it says, back in Ezekiel 5 verse 17, it says, so will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, because the beast is gonna come out, man. Evil creatures that you have never seen before is gonna come out. It says, and there shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, have spoken it. So the Lord himself say he's going to bring the sword upon you people. You understand? So and it's happening right now. Right now. We used to say the devil's gonna show his hand, or the Lord is basically gonna do this. But he's doing it now. You just have to be blessed with the eyes to see, because the looming food crisis, yeah, it's nothing that's high. Because times upon times again, we've been speaking about even men like Klaus Schwab that basically came to the public and said, look, the food supply chain is going to be greatly disrupted, man. GMS, Barbadian disciple, Shalom, brother. Yeah? So these men basically, they're putting it out in the forefront now that, look, there's going to be a food crisis. We've been saying these things for years before you have these chief men among them that is coming out saying that there's going to be saying before is the brother Kwasha. Shalom brother. See, we've been saying these things for years, man. Even the brother Kwasha that just came on the comment board, that brother came in, and that brother even saw myself, you know, bringing out these information, and this brother in here for years now as well, and he came and become laborers together saying the same thing, and he can attest that, look, you know, we've been saying these things before we actually see it materializing. No, we are witnessing it being materialized. That's the reason why in Luke chapter 10, if I'm not mistaken, Baba Kosha, in Luke chapter 10, when Yahushai said, "Blessed are your eyes, man." One second. One second. Is it Luke 10? Or is it Luke chapter 11? Okay. Luke chapter 10, right. Luke chapter 10, verse 23 says, "And he turned him unto his disciples and said privately, Blessed are your eyes which see the things that ye see, for I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them." Right? He says, as a matter of fact, let me start up verse 21. Yeah? Luke chapter 10, verse 21, it says, "In that hour, Yahweh shall rejoice in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for it seemed good in thy sight. All things are revealed to me of my Father, and no man knoweth who the Son is but the Father, and who the Father is but the Son, and he to whom the Son will reveal him. And he turned him unto his disciples and said privately, Blessed are your eyes which see the things that ye see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them." All right, so we are blessed, man, because we are the ones that are seeing these things. Now, why you think we became fools for Yahweh's sake, man? The Apostle Paul said it right. We are fools for Yahweh's sake, because we know the terror of the Lord, so we persuade men, as it is written. And trust me, when the Lord wake up, well, he has awoken. When the Lord start to, well, when the Lord really start to put that extreme pressure, the people of the world is gonna clamp, man. They're gonna cringe. Why do you think the Lord say, there shall be weeping and a gnashing of teeth? The Lord wasn't just saying that because he have a mouth to say. Saying, the Lord is saying it. And he quote Daniel chapter 12 in Matthew chapter Shalom. Matthew 24. Shalom. Matthew chapter 24, verse 20. Matthew 25. I am sorry, Salakia, my bad. Matthew chapter 24, verse how shall I quote Daniel the 12th chapter, where you say, okay, right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 19, it says, "And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days." He says, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter." Yeah, and you can see what's happening in Europe now, right? It says, "Neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." That's Daniel the 12th chapter. Let's get it in Daniel the 12th chapter, man. See, because for all you that said that is the white man write the New Testament and the Lord is not dealing with the New Testament, you're off, man. You err, not knowing the scriptures, man. Daniel 12 verse 1, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people." Right? It says, "And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So at that time, when that trouble, is being brought forth, that at that time, the people of the Lord is going to be delivered. And Yahushua quoted right here in Matthew the 24th chapter, right, verse 21 again, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Right? It says, and except those days shall be shortened, and these are prophecies. It says, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And that's the reason why the scientists the other day basically saying that the earth basically rotate, make a complete revolution without reaching 24 hours, because that's signs to show that the Heavenly Father basically is shortening the days. Yeah, and even when shit hit the fan scenario, it's gonna happen quick. That's the reason why Yahushua say the whole I see Satan like lightning fall from heaven, man, because it's gonna happen quickly, it's gonna happen speedily. You know, for the elect's sake, because it's gonna be so much death being brought upon the society. People not gonna trust people. It's gonna be just wild. It's just gonna be wild out here, man. You know, everywhere. Friends like enemies, you understand? You can bring up that anybody else have a good internet on their phone, because my battery dead. But like me supposed to have like maybe 1%. You can connect. You can connect to it turn on? Yeah. Hey Salakia, give me 1 second, let me switch the internet, Baba Kosha. Yeah. Yeah.
Second is 6 verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been speaking about the famine. You know, there's all the signs basically showing why there's going to be a famine in this society today. You know, go ahead.
Then, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Go ahead.
And just like when I say what the person that said to you about the whole the food thing.
So, and you know what? And
you know, something when you post the economic when you
epic economic, it's the same thing. At this because that me they say. You see me? It's the same thing they must say. You understand? There is no food ship here for 2023.
Yes, I said all of the food plant, I think from last year and we plant this year. No food not plant next year.
But no food. You have countries, as me just explain, like Ukraine, and them not get a chance to do no massive farming this year because they were more focused on the war, which goes back to Joel, the 3rd chapter, Joel 3 verse 9. Beat your plowshares into swords, man. And we can get that, you know? See, go ahead.
It says, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. See? And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
And trust me, you see, you think you see, people scared it when shit hit the fan, because inflation the other day, a lot of people get shook up by this inflation. But really, you see the energy crisis in Europe, people start seeing another level of inflation. But still, that's not where they want it to be, because it's supposed to be a total collapse. So these countries, they're gonna, the elites basically are gonna drive these chaos through the ceiling. And this energy crisis and this food crisis, everything is gonna go haywire, where the prices for goods is gonna go up rapidly. So you see all them 80% increase on goods. You're not gonna have no more 80%. You're gonna have like 2,000%. Yeah? And it is called hyperinflation. Yeah? And you're gonna see hyperinflation just like Zimbabwe and the Weimar Republic. But this time it's gonna get worse. And first thing first, over here in the West, the people have no discipline to basically hold up, because even though your government come out and say eat what you grow what you eat, a chopping and scamming is the order of the day. It's not farming to feed ourselves.
Yeah, they're gonna eat them kids with them.
They're gonna grow them kids with them and eat them. Yeah,
that's what they're gonna
exactly.
eat. Exactly. The farming come.
Exactly.
It says at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies,
Go ahead.
and the earth shall stand in fear.
And the earth shall stand in fear. So the tension between people, you can actually get a dull machete and, and cut it. It's going to be a tension in the atmosphere. The spirit of fear is going to be in the earth. Yeah? And the Lord is going to ensure that his servants that stood stiffly for his names be protected, man.
Which is right, man.
Yeah? And we believe that, and that's our faith. That's what we go by every day. We trust and believe that because we have kept the word of the Lord patience, he will keep us from the hour of temptation, man.
The scripture is written, we walk by faith,
not by sight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
1 second. Talk to me.
It says the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. See? You see even right now, you have a lot of rivers are dried up. See? Like even the river Euphrates, man. See? And the
rivers are reroute.
Yeah. Different. You see now what they I could bring a thing with I think kind of a Czech. One of them place in Europe where they talk about the hunger stone. See? Yeah, you see rivers are dry down. In China you have rivers are dry down and them stuff there. See? So that I show yourself by drought upon the land and we come out with drought. Famine, man. See? That freeze up?
We have a Joel.
Okay.
Alright, this is Joel 3 verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, and wake up the mighty men, let the men of war draw near, and let them come up.
And the scripture says also proclaim this amongst the Gentiles, man. See? Then as in Isaiah 34:1, it actually tells us that they come near ye nations and hear. I'm just bring it out. I'm just I don't want to paraphrase it wrong. Then, because that's what we out here, we as a prophet are the Lord doing, man. We are proclaim the truth. We are proclaim the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. We proclaim the judgment to come. See? So Isaiah 34:1. It says, come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, there in the world, and all things that come forth of it. See? So that's what we out here to do, man. We are proclaim the word of the Lord, so everybody's supposed to hear it. See? That's why we have YouTube, we have the internet. If we push the truth. See? See? It says for the.
Go ahead, man.
It says for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. See? Which is right. All these armies are being delivered to the slaughter, man. See? Because that's why the Lord said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. I can bring it again,
This is Joel 3 and 9 once more. To proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Say, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
This is the instruction from the Lord, man. The Lord has put his mind on them to prepare them for what? For war. See, this is not the time of for cultivation or for the farming, man. See, we're in a time where we are seeing the end of Esau's kingdom. So even everything what Esau is saying about to bring forth in great reset, we don't say our set or whatever. Because you know we can't say certain words. See? They might target some words when they say them. So basically, everything we see him do
to bring in a new era then.
Bring out a new era is actually the Lord's plan, man. It's not his. See? So the Lord has put it in our mind to do all of this, man. So no matter what they do, man, them can't, as it's written, you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. See? You can't do nothing against the Lord, man. Everything you do is for the Lord, man. It's the Lord's will. You bring out, man.
Hey, your people, you know, you have them we call them again, them people they are basically preach, you know, say, to stop the war and to make peace reign, you know, and try to fix things basically. Right, you have some of them, even some of them people on YouTube, you know, where talk about current events current and so forth. You know, all them want to do are find one way, one peaceful way out situation. But the truth is that, you know, the Lord never said that to happen. Right? The Lord prepared the whole earth to go to war. That's why the scripture said, bleach your plowshares into swords.
It's gone.
Right? So everybody used to focus on farming, you know, our cultivation. Them for their mindset to change now. Right? They might think about to defend themselves in the upcoming war. Because all these nations, all these leaders of these nations, you know, them that know that there's a war coming. Right? And what put them hard? The Lord put them hard.
Gun, which is right, man. The scripture say it.
Right? The scripture say it. That's why him say, you know, all them nations, we can go down into it. He said, so verse 11, he said, assemble yourselves and come, all the Edens, and gather yourselves together around the boat. Hither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yeah.
So
that the mighty ones are the angels, man. The mighty ones are the Lord are the angels. Because the angels, them are the ones where, as it is written in Revelation 7 and 1, it says, earth not the earth nor the sea, until you have seen the servant of God. So the angels are the ones them where actually I get everything in play, man. See? I work on the minds of these kings, these military men, all these presidents of the world. See? The angels them are the one who do all of that, man. Just like you seen the movie with the Apocalypse, man. X-Men.
Oh.
When them go into the mind of Professor Xavier and start control all of the military them across the world. To destroy themselves, man. That are the mindset. That is a figure of the Lord. Yahushua right here. Where you do things, man. See? Continue.
Alright, so let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Jehoshaphat. Right? For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yes, come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew it is Yahushaphat, meaning Yahweh's judgment, man. See, that's where the Lord's judgment is gonna be for majority of these nations, man. See? When scripture say Lord say I'm gonna move them into a nation. No, in a barren and desolate.
Oh, okay.
With them face towards the
Joel 2:20.
Joel 2 and 20. I don't know.
We can bring it out.
Yeah.
So Joel 2 verse 20 said, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into the land barren and desolate, which is faced towards the east sea.
This is the Euphrates.
Right, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea.
Red Sea, so you know that in the Middle East. Yeah?
So, and his sting shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things.
Yeah. Just imagine in a Ukraine, when the man walk through the fields and you see dead bodies with all flies on it, all that stink. There were dead human being decayed in the womb, that is a stink. Scent. So just imagine how the Lord are going to do them. Because none of them are going to be actual mince meat. Because the scripture said your young men shall be dashed to pieces. Yeah? What you think in Ezekiel 38, you speak about severing out men for continual employment and they will go around and bury bones. Yeah. That's because men are going to get dashed to pieces, man.
Gun.
You know? And the place is going to stink.
Yeah, because if you come in the Port Antonio, you know, and say one man dead, and him dead for about 3 days,
4 days,
or 4 days, and him start start come up.
Yeah.
The whole town are gonna smell from. Imagine you have dead bodies on top of dead bodies lying down.
All over. That is not a great scent. You know? That's not even one great sight.
Yeah.
Just that we sick you, man. You know?
All kind of disease are gonna come up on you, man.
That's him, Isaiah. If we continue down, I go verse 2. Isaiah 34 and verse 2. It says, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. He said, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Exactly.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Yeah, because blood, you see these men, them love spill blood. You know, we used to watch videos when them go all Iraq, Afghanistan, you have people just walk on the road, and you have soldiers and buildings that shoot off of them. You know, regular civilians, just shoot off of them love blood. These Edomites, them love blood, man.
They have it as fun, I think it's as fun.
Yeah, we spill blood.
Like a game for
know?
them.
See, the scriptures about blood pursue thee. You know?
Yeah,
them man here,
35.
yeah, these men love blood, man. Why you think them drink blood? Them love blood. See, we have to understand these men are the seed of the serpent. They are the devil that the scriptures speak about. So these weird, the things where we find weird, them find it normal.
Done.
You know?
Says,
We find it weird to eat meat with blood in it. These men find it normal.
Find it disgusting.
Yeah, you know? These men love to eat meat with blood in it, man. See, because that's how they were created by the Heavenly Father. You know? What?
It says Ezekiel 35, I'm starting to. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And we all know who come from Mount Seir.
And today, modern Mount Seir is America.
Can.
You understand?
Basra.
That's their hammer of the earth.
Can.
You know? Go ahead.
It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
And the Lord says He's going to make it most desolate. And how He's going to do that? Via the missus, man. He's going to use the missus and make Mount Seir desolate. Desolation shall take hold of Mount Seir, man. Saying?
Shalom, shalom, bro.
Exactly. One verse in. You can do something, man? Say me, I come. You want what? See? So the brother said make one vessel to honor, one to dishonor. Yeah, exactly, which is Esau and Jacob. And Jacob is the vessel to honor, Esau is the vessel to dishonor. Go ahead.
It says, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
And you're going to know at that time that He's the Lord, because one of the reasons also is that He's going to be there. Because the scriptures speak about the Lord coming with the missus, man. Because the Lord referred to the missus as His army. So He's going to be there, yeah, in body. I won't even say flesh, because it won't be flesh. He's going to be there in body, yeah, in mind, body, and soul, man.
See?
Yeah, He's going to be there. You know, go ahead.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel
Go ahead.
by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity.
In the time of their calamity, you do that in the Babylonian Empire scene. You did that in all our captivity from the Babylonian coming up, man. You did that in slavery.
Because even at the Medes and Persian and Medes and Persian,
Yeah.
with in that time of
Darius.
in the time of what's her name? Esther.
Esther. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In the
Yeah.
Aman.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because these men love, the man love when we are on the low.
Gone.
Because they know of the promise that was made unto the vessel of honor. You understand? Which is our forefather Jacob, and to his seed.
Gone.
And his seed being us. You understand? The Israelites. Chiefly the elect. You know? And we have to speak about the elect of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood.
Hey, the scripture said these men further our affliction, man. To them, there should be no end for our slavery.
Gone.
We should just continue. That's the reason why you want to put that digital all, which comes in the form of the C to the H to the I to the P, which is the MOTB Revelation 13 verse 16. You want to put that in our people to say, look, I own you. You are my property. You understand? But the scripture say what?
It says again, it says Ezekiel 35 and 6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Hey, the scriptures are perfect. The Lord says He's going to prepare you unto blood, and blood shall pursue you.
It says, sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Because you don't hate blood. Yeah? Blood's going to pursue you. Because you see, just as our fear, but then basically, when Moses was saying, to release the sons of Israel, and even the Lord say, I'm going to hard them heart. See, all the abuse that He bring upon the Israelites, you know when it really hit home with Him? When the death angel, which was Yahweh Shai, sweep through the land of Egypt,
man,
and slay all the firstborn. And even his son, who is supposed to be heir to his throne, got what? Clipped. That's when reality really hit home. Well, this, yeah, that time he let go everybody. Well, it's the same thing with modern day Pharaoh. Him love blood. But you see when blood start spew among his tribe, among his clique, among his clan, then he might go want peace, which go back to Isaiah 33 verse 1. You know, when those shall cease to spoil. You know, I finish that?
Yeah, you can.
Finish?
It says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
Thus will the Lord will make America desolate, man.
See?
Go ahead.
And cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Exactly. Exactly, man. You know? We have it?
Yeah.
We have it. Yeah, go ahead.
You have it? Yeah. This is Isaiah 33 verse 1. It's a woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
And you tell me, yeah, which country America gonna rape, rob, spoil? See me? And put what you call it? Their monetary scam upon all nations, man.
Gone.
The scripture speak about the abominable measure, the scant measure, which is abominable, my bad, saying, and the whole SWIFT system that basically they use to transfer money and hold nations hostage
Gone.
in using their SWIFT system. So they've been spoiling nations with their ways and philosophies. Go ahead.
And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
And throughout all these bargains and trade, they have been dealing treacherously with nations, man. Treacherously with the children of Israel. The children of Israel wants peace, they want equality. Some want you to be on top, because them can't get no iPhone nowhere else. You understand? But yet still, you want to totally massacre them. See, you know, these men, you cannot trust these men. You know, they are treacherous brutes. Go ahead.
When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
So when you're about to cease to spoil, then you're gonna be spoiled, because the scripture speak about Russia, which is the North country basically, coming to spoil America, because the brothers just read in Joel 2:27 that the Lord is gonna move away from you what? The northern army. Joel 2:20, my bad, Salakia. Yeah, Joel 2 verse 20. So when the northern army get removed from the land, you're gonna be spoiled, man. These nations are gonna run in and they're gonna take the finest of what you have.
Gone.
You know, they're gonna run up in this unwalled village.
We don't care.
Yeah? Without care. Go ahead.
And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And when you're gonna stop dealing treacherously, they are gonna be treacherous with you.
The men of thy
Because first
confederacy.
thing first, these nations hate you Edomites, man. All them nations hate, especially American Edomites. These nations hate, especially Iran. See? That's the reason why them don't like Iran. They don't want to do no business with Iran. You know, them just want Iran to submit, but Iran just have this rebellious spirit, man.
The Lord put that upon them.
Exactly.
Hey, the thing is that, you know, even Britain, America, mother, see, all of the country them now.
I hate America.
I hate Britain, man. I said, yo, right now, we need hope. We need to be apart from money. We want to be a republic. We don't want to be the head of the country no more,
exactly.
man. So every country look to step away from it.
Yeah,
even Australia.
Yeah, the people I'm tired. Yeah, the people I'm tired of this Edomite supremacy, man. Edomite supremacy is no more, man. You know, people tired of you ruling over them with rigor. See, you give nations no ease. Yeah, when it comes to even finding food to continue to be working on your mill. You know, you make it hard to survive, to work in your society. So guess what? You know? Shut up, you know? So guess what? They're tired, man. You know? We have a...
It says, this is Nahum 3 verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. See? The noise of a whip.
Yeah, which is them Humvees and shit, you know?
And the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. See? The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of
And
slain.
there's a multitude of slain and it's coming, man.
God.
See, and it's so close.
See?
You know? 2020, the apostle call it the year of the Lord, our Lord turning up. 2022.
Gone.
See? And if you don't see it, why you think we're out here so much time a week? Because it's the Lord turning up. We are trying to make our calling an election sure.
Gone.
Because when these things start to happen, we want to be in good stead with our power, man.
Which is right.
You know, we want to be found in the clear. When the Lord can say, "Oh Father, this one is mine,"
Hey.
you know.
The Lord said, I'm going to destroy them with the mouth and in the bright sign coming,
Coming.
man. So right now, hey, being the prophets out here, daily speaking, man. The Lord destroying you with his mouth, man. Can you show up your dirty deeds to the Spirit?
Come on.
He says the glitter and
Oh,
spear.
that's the reason why now them basically say conspiracy theorists are number one enemy
Gun.
in America. They are saying that
Yeah.
clearly. And if basically if you're speaking that the global elites, Rothschilds, and these men are on the top of the food chain, you know, orchestrating world events. Basically, you're an enemy to the state. That's what they're saying.
Basically, if you speak truth, everything when them speak
Truth.
to you people are lies.
God.
Basically, if you speak truth, because you have to speak contrary to them.
Exactly. Oh, the quote they go. In time of war, truth is something another. Anybody on the comment board, or in the time of global deceit, the truth becomes something another. I forgot the quote.
Gun.
You know?
A lot of people waking up to
Yeah, exactly.
Isa nonsense with them do for centuries, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. It says a number is slain, a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. It says they stumble
Hold on.
upon their corpses.
Hold on. The brother in Barbados, what you saying, Ak? It says made
In the
one.
time of war, truth is so precious.
Eh? No, not that one. But that's good. In the time of war, truth is so
Winston
precious.
Churchill,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Churchill, Churchill said that.
Yeah.
See? But the brother here in Barbados, Squasher, is saying that the Queen ain't getting away. We now borrow another 340 million.
Yeah, Barbados. Yeah.
Barbados.
So them go back to the common
Let me give you
the
full
IMF.
Oh,
This-
they
this
might
is
go
full
to
quote.
the IMF
Barbados
now.
going back to the IMF, man. They're
For-
going to the IMF
For
more money, man.
340 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Uh-huh.
And it's a Winston Churchill, a quote by Winston Churchill. He said, in wartime, truth is so precious that she should always be attended by a bodyguard of lies.
By a bodyguard of lies.
Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that? That's a lesson.
Yeah.
That in that quote is a lesson. Said truth is so precious. Yeah, screenshot that, yeah. Him said that in the time of war it shall be guarded by what? A bodyguard of lies. And guess who's that? Esau Edom. The scripture says he's the father of it.
Yeah.
And all them bodyguard that via the media,
Yes.
the internet, yeah, the witches that them have, through the music. And exactly the churches, entertainment, to trap you from the truth. That's one of the reasons why you people can't get what we're saying, because guess what? You have been barred from the truth by lies, man.
In the Ukraine problem, you see a clear vision of that. Because of their fault was in the west.
Exactly.
He says it's a Nahum 3 and 4. I'm going to just jump verse for you as we attack.
Yeah.
He says because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot,
Which is America.
the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations
That
through
selleth
her
nations.
whoredom
Go ahead.
and families through her witchcraft.
Through our witchcraft, man. Because these men believe in sorceries, man. They are witches and warlocks. And we've been saying these things for years. The vibration that's placed over you people is not normal. Even the very music is said to be for your well-being. And these men basically orchestrate what's gonna play on the radio,
Zin.
what to sing.
Can.
Okay, these ones that are doing this, we're gonna put them on a pedestal. That niggas gonna see it and basically want to be like them. So
Can.
to be like them is gonna be, you're gonna have to do this. This is gonna be the standard. Yeah, you know?
It says, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts zin, upon thy face,
Upon
and
thy
I will
face.
shew the nations thy nakedness.
And the Lord says he's gonna show the nations your nakedness, man.
Zin.
Our nations are see it. That's the reason why you have Russia and China basically said ditch the dollar.
Done.
It's gonna fail. But it's not just the dollar is gonna fail. The ruble is gonna fail. The Chinese yuan is gonna fail. Even the Indian rupee is gonna fail because all these economies are tied in as one. And the objective of these men is to fail all economy, to bring forth a new CBDC.
Thanks to WTO, everything tied in.
Exactly, you know? It's gonna be a one world currency, man. The CBDC the order of the day. So all currencies are going to fail. Miss me, I watch something the other day when I explain that basically Russia I get a hit. And them explaining so beautiful that one of the reasons why Russia is getting a hit with their with energy crisis also is because China, because these Europeans aren't buying energy from Russia anymore, they're selling to China. China is basically selling to Europe. But at the same time, China economy is getting bad.
Gun.
So China basically, you know, if you balance how they must spend money to buy energy from Russia.
Gun.
Because even though Europe are buying from them in some deep shit where they try patch as well. So all economy basically get knocked.
Indignation are allowed up on all
All nations,
All
exactly.
nation, man.
You know?
Yeah.
And rightly so. Go ahead.
It says, thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will cause abominable filth upon thee.
Hey, the last time I cast abominable filth. Shit upon you, man. Go ahead.
And make thee vile.
I make you vile.
And
oh, speaking of vile, who can pull up that the thing I'm sending at the group when I say starting January the 1st, 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah, when the police a report. You tell me that not vile? Huh?
Yeah.
Somebody can pull that up, Baba Kwasha. I can just read from the little screenshot. The screenshot where we speak about 2020 starting January 1st, 2023, where them are gonna stop. Them can't penalize anybody for even somebody breaking a house.
Gun.
So we
Yeah.
have to skill them.
You know?
I first think of my mind.
I said them I said chaos.
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 Yeah,
Them I said,
no,
man.
in the States. In I think Illinois.
No, Illinois, yeah.
Yeah?
Which point your phone? Chicago.
Even for the my status.
I'm saying you have to do it for your own judgment.
You have to do it after your own judgment, yeah. Say you know, it's a chaos. You know? You can, like in Cleveland where people live on the streets, you can imagine the years of them can go live in a somebody's house and nobody can do nothing about it.
Yeah. But
Yeah?
the police can't take them out.
Police can't take them out. No.
Oh, you
Yeah, wait, sir. Yeah, read it, wait, sir.
Alright, I said,
See it, man. See? Go ahead.
Illinois non-detainable offences beginning
Illinois non-detainable offenses. Go ahead.
beginning January 1, 2023. Aggravated battery.
Aggravated battery. Yeah? Look it up.
Yeah.
Gang, yeah.
Gang battery.
Yeah.
Big gang battery.
Gang battery if them beat you up in a bulk. Yeah. Yeah. So nobody say you cannot be penalized if them beat up again.
Go on again.
Aggravated DUI.
DUI. And
So
then
you can do that.
yeah,
Drinking under the influence.
Drinking under the influence. Yeah.
Sorry, drive and
Drive,
influence.
sorry, yeah,
Drive under
you
the
can't, you're not get penalized for that anymore. Yeah.
Go on.
Aggravated fleeing.
Yeah. Run from the police. Yeah.
Arson.
Arson like
Just
if
burn
burn
down
up somebody else or light fire anywhere.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Burglary.
Burglary, breaking in.
Breaking and steal, yeah.
Drug-induced homicide.
Yes.
That means if you take coke or you drink or you jump, you can kill somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the video with the police, I read it.
Yeah, yeah. Drug
I pop some Molly.
Yeah,
Intimidation.
intimidation.
Yeah, I threaten somebody.
Yo!
Yeah.
Listen to this. kidnapping, robbery,
robbery,
second degree murder,
second degree murder,
threatening and threatening a public official.
and threatening a police
Yeah,
officer.
threaten a policeman.
You have the video.
No, you think it's no.
Eh?
I have to look this up.
Look it up. Look
Yeah,
it up.
the video there.
The video there at the conference.
Man, you have some people.
Go on, look it up. Look it up.
Look official and got some. You know that?
Yeah, man, I want to look up this
And there's something here.
This word, if you look up.
You have to look this up.
That's good.
Babylon bad still.
Yeah. Look it up.
Last time I set the Egyptian
Set
against
against Egyptians.
set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, man.
Look it
Every
up.
man against them.
See,
The
because-
last time I mingle a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, man.
Exactly.
There's a lot of
Because
things here, brother.
Egypt erring every way.
Yes. God.
That's not less than chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
But that's what they want. Order through chaos, man.
That come like the purge.
Exactly. Order through chaos.
Let all
Them
the
need
chaos.
it. Them need the chaos.
Yes, right. That's the
Esau is the art of confusion. Them need that.
Con.
Because, look at what I say now, you don't need the police, that's it. You don't need the police.
That's a straight lawlessness.
Exactly, you need the police not come to your arrest.
Kidnapping.
That's it.
Bro,
See?
see, we're living in the end. You know? We're living in the end. See it? And if you can't see it, then good riddance. This is the end.
See?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee,
Uh-huh.
and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
As a gazing stock. The last time I said you as a gazing stock.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee,
Uh-huh.
and say, Nineveh, which is
Nineveh
America today,
today,
Nineveh,
exactly.
which is America today,
Uh-huh.
is laid waste.
It's laid waste.
It says, who will bemoan her?
Who will bemoan her?
Who will bemoan her? Who will
Nobody
bemoan
never
her?
bemoan
Yeah?
that harlot, man.
When shall I seek comforters for thee? Yeah.
Hey, and no mourners, no comforter not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Because when the Lord burn that, it's finished.
Cast abominable filth upon them, man.
See? Yeah. See? Nobody not gonna be more in America, man. See, America has run its race.
Yeah.
They have done their time,
Con.
and it's time to be destroyed. Yeah?
You end this near, man.
Yeah, it's time for America to hit the ground. Man. See them go so high. When them hit the ground, them will hit the ground so hard. You know? Yeah, what we do have?
And it's Obadiah 1 and 3. Pride of the heart hath deceived thee. Thou art dwell in the cliff of the rocks,
Dwellers in the cleft of the rocks, man. Go ahead.
whose habitation is high. That said in his heart, who shall bring me down
Who
to
shall
the ground?
bring? Yeah, and this is your mindset. No, the American patriots basically they are now seeing that their constitution is being torn apart before their eyes.
Con.
So that's another problem. As it just quote, the last time I said the Egyptians against
The Egyptians.
the Egyptians because seeing that their constitution that's supposed to hold their state together, the states together
Can.
is being torn apart. They have a problem because what the elites did basically, the elites put Donald J. Trump to be by America for America, right?
Con.
Playing the left-right paradigm, and then them put up Creepy Joe to say no more nationalistic move, but what you call it? Globalize.
Globalized.
Globalization. You know? For planet Earth. You know, so no more American hegemony. And that in itself is chaos, man. That's gonna cause confusion in America. And we've been saying these things for years, man. Saying there's a civil war coming. You know? Continue.
4. Thou shalt exalt thyself
Though exalt thyself,
as the eagle,
uh-huh,
and to those set
and though
thy
thou
nest
set, yeah,
among the stars.
uh-huh.
Thence will I bring thee down.
Hey, so you've been in the process of being brought down, and a lot of the things that you have done was to bring you down. 9/11 was to bring you down. See, when Bush the son start off a major war against the Middle East, Yeah? Them say Saddam
Yeah.
hit the Twin Tower when them gone to war with Iraq. Yeah? Like Saddam was in Iraq. With Saddam,
No, Bin Laden.
not Salakia, not Saddam, Bin Laden.
Yeah,
Tawad of the correction.
Yeah.
Which Bin Laden, he's from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
No, he's from Saudi Arabia. My bad. He's a wealthy man from Saudi Arabia that moved to Afghanistan. Start spend crazy in Afghanistan. So how did you find the energy and the time to fight against Iraq?
And America, I'm sure that them a liar men and them a hypocrite because them are the same one who formed the Taliban to get
Exactly.
Russia out of Afghanistan.
Exactly. And them train.
Yeah.
When them again same man, no Saddam. Bin Laden.
Bin Laden, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I think that man was a C to the I to the A. Yeah?
So basically the non-detainable offences, basically them got detained, you know.
Yeah.
A cash bail, you know.
Oh, cash bail. Oh, they want to move cash bail. Okay.
So basically you're going to leave court, you're going to get released without cash bail until
Break
you
it
get
down for
charged.
the break it down.
It depends on the article. It said under these new laws, after being charged with the crimes listed, those arrested will
so
be
you get
released.
charged?
Yeah, will be released without bail pending a court date.
Oh.
So the cash bail them take out tight. But still have to go to court.
Okay. But that's still a madness. You know? That's a breakdown to their society. You understand? That's a breakdown to your society, same way. You know? So you charge him and let him go.
Make it easier.
Easier, yeah. Yeah, so you charge me, I'm just walk out of the station. Yeah? And make no sense. Yeah, come forth and read it.
It's from Fox Chicago. It says the new law that goes into effect January 1st, 2023 gets rid of cash bail entirely. It also limits who can be arrested and held in jail based on the crime they are alleged to have committed. So that basically
Limit based on the crime
Yeah, alleged.
they have committed.
You can.
Yeah.
So
At the end of the day, this place gets fucked.
if you commit certain crime, when they see him as a certain minor crime, see, them not go detain you or arrest you or anything like that.
I want them to know.
Yeah.
In my spirit, I speak as a man. After the Passover next year, it's gonna be different. See why the Passover? Because around that time, things significant always happen. Yeah? But shit's gonna be turning up. Yeah?
She said,
Shit is going to be turning up. Go ahead.
Then Isaiah
And
9.
even the brother Kwasha put a scripture on the comment board. It was Habakkuk 2 verse 7.
Yeah, I can bring it out. I can bring it
Yeah,
out. Start
can
at
brother.
5. It says Habakkuk 2, me start at 5. It says, yea, also because he, Habakkuk 2 verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home,
Go ahead.
who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
This man cannot be satisfied. Yo, you have the earth, but you're still not satisfied. Remember, the poor man own nothing. You own everything and you still don't satisfy. You want to put your mark up on our people.
Scripture saying,
Yeah?
Scripture saying not take pledge in your own goods, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you will never satisfy even with that.
Then,
Yeah. And you still not satisfied.
I see him say this woman coming to my office with this old English. You know, me yet returning resident.
Yeah.
And they old English there. See me? She a say, oh, she a go look for me serious and ask me if I go move for our queen.
For who? For who? For
We're
queen?
going to put people through slavery. We
Slavery.
want for them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Say, oh, it's not the queen. The queen is a byproduct of them. And so I said, all right, then the queen give up our people.
Yeah.
Like how she have all that.
Yeah. She have it now, so give it back.
Yeah, because she now carry a bigger goal. It line with
4,000 ton of gold.
Final
Yeah.
excuse for this blood.
all of them things, man. Them walk the streets of
Whenever
gold.
necessary.
See? It says, enlarged the desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
And he put unto him all people.
Yeah.
Showing that that's speaking about America. The big melting pot. Go ahead.
See? You know much of what people are running for work there now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are trying left too.
Yeah.
But the situation stay one way.
Yeah, certain people because them years to America, the situation are going across the world, Europe and everywhere. Our people them still look more and more visa every day for running to America.
I don't believe about that. What's happening in Europe that's in Europe. That has nothing to do with America.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with Jamaica.
But you have people of farm work. We have farm work up there and them farm work and them attack the inhumane condition where them have to go through. And people still want to run go them. That's how people glorify in America, man.
Because they have been sold that it's still better.
Yeah.
Because the value of the currency, the value of the currency is better. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He says, shall not all these take up a parable against him,
and a taunting
proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his.
Everything you have, you increase and it's not yours, man. You know?
Actually, it belongs to the Israelites.
Even the very land of America is not yours. No, but we are your servants, right?
Can.
So whatsoever the servant own, it is the master's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
That which is not is, how long unto him that laid it himself with thick clay.
With thick clay, debt. You see that debt? Where you heap up to yourself? Yeah, that's gonna be a downfall, man. Yeah? That's gonna be a downfall. That debt. Where the nations them are sitting and say, yo, we're tired of this shit. Yeah? This paper money that's backed by nothing.
Nastiness, man.
No gold, no silver, no precious commodities.
It says, verse 7, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee?
And awake that shall vex thee.
And thou shalt be for booty unto them.
Yeah, because these nations gonna kick your ass around. We go back to Isaiah 33, it says, when those shall cease to spoil, those shall be spoiled. And these nations, the scripture say, oh, the Russians basically now go regarding your silver. There's nothing where you can do because you basically you damage the world, man. You damage the economy.
Gone.
So them basically tired of you. The Middle East, them tired of your philosophy. Look on China. China, as scriptures call them rich. They basically are partakers of the hope of Babylon. Look at the women now in China. Now them are sing the same song like them bitches in America where I say, yo, them have to explore first. That wasn't the custom of China. Jacket and tie wasn't the custom of China. Skyscrapers wasn't the custom of China. But China has now become, the understudy of Babylon the Great. Through the United Nations and the European Union.
Become a role model.
Exactly.
The man is like cursing, man.
That's the reason why the Heavenly Father are going to pull you up, man. The scripture say you're going to build, but you're going to throw it down.
Can.
See all them skyscrapers in America, the Lord said I'm going to throw them down. Even in China, the Lord are going to throw them down. It's going to be a total refreshing. Yeah? It's going to be a total refreshing of the earth. The Lord said I'm going to make the place of him feet glorious.
Hey, and them thing there, them against the building code, them against the building code and the commandments and the law. Everything, man. Them show pride.
Yeah, them against man being with a woman.
Gun.
Yeah? And with a man being with an animal or a dumb object like a laptop or a car.
Yeah.
And them something, yo. You know?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to exercise your human rights to do all these things. Which shows that you're a sick, deluded, mental, mad, whatsoever.
In the description, nations have drinking of the wine of fornication, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, these men have to go. You know, you have to go.
It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
All the remnant of the people gonna spoil him.
Because of men's blood.
Because of men's blood. The same blood where you love. Go ahead.
Zin. and for the violence of the land, of the city, of all that dwell therein.
Of all that dwell therein. See? So the blood that you spill upon the society is gonna come back and haunt you, man. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14 verse 7. So the whole world, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou hast laid down, no fellows is come upon us.
Yeah, because even the trees, man, you chop them out. The lumberjack will come up against them. Go ahead.
So hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Yeah, because you're gonna go in slavery. You know? Go ahead.
It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Even like Russia and Iran and China and go ahead.
It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Go ahead.
All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Yeah, and Russia and China been saying that, and Iran. Them been a say, oh, the whore or the harlot is now weak.
Yeah.
That's the reason why when what's her name, Nancy Pelosi says she gonna go to Taiwan, and then you have death threats of fly say, oh, Xi Jinping and China gonna shoot down the plane. What Biden say? When the ask Biden what him think, Joe Biden say, I think she should not go. if that was son Bush time, yeah, China wouldn't say that.
Long time.
You know, a badness in my deal with.
Boss, I could only for them.
You know, never play golf.
Yeah.
But now, 2022, you're weak. And the nations are now seeing you being weak.
When you have a bunch of women in the army.
Yeah.
See? You have what they call it, alphabet community.
In your army.
Fully army.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That in the army. You throw a frog by the belly. Yeah. You know?
Afraid of lizard. Hey, you can have people in the army afraid of lizard that think like a lizard, man.
Which word soldier means solitary.
Yeah.
Supposed to be hard. That's why the scripture says endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, man. Go on, we have a
Quick, this is Jeremiah 50 verse 23. So always the armor of the whole earth cut asunder and
the Lord do
broken.
that. Go ahead.
Oh, is Babylon become desolate among the nations.
Done.
Say, I've laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. O Babylon, thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou art striven against the Lord.
Exactly. You strive against the Lord, man. Saying the Lord said him laid a snare for you. Rightly so. Go ahead. You finish? Yeah. All right, go back to we're there.
Revelation 18:3. For all nations of drunk, of her wine, of her wrath, of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
The merchants of the earth are waxing rich. Go ahead.
Through the abundance of her delicacy.
Yeah, through the abundance of delicacy, man. Everybody want to go to America, as the brother has said. You know, go ahead.
Job 6. Reward her even as her reward you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double.
Yeah, which is the judgment of the Lord, man. Them all get it double. See? Hey, them misses them, hey. When the misses start rain, yeah? And them sodomites in America, hear the alarm start go off, man. Yo, you're gonna remember the men of the Lord and the highways speaking, man. You're gonna remember everything. You're gonna remember say you shouldn't fuck Batty. Yeah?
Don't remember, is it? Remember Saddam? Yeah,
You're gonna know why it's gonna happen to you, man. See? You're gonna want to disappear while standing on your feet, man. But guess what? You're going to disappear. But by the heat. Yeah? By the heat of the missiles. Yeah? Alright, so we're soon closer.
It's a Malachi.
Him send that jump down a little more.
4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
Yeah, because the Lord's gonna call us up in the chariots. Go ahead.
that ye not be partakers of our sin,
Uh-huh.
and that ye receive not the of
Of
our
our plagues. Go ahead.
For our sins have reached unto heaven.
Our sins have reached to heaven, man. Like up there and also to the spiritual realm. Because this man blasphemed the Most High, man. Go ahead.
And Yahweh hath remembered our iniquities.
And the Most High remember your iniquities, man. Saying, they are cross out the Lord. You crazy?
Can.
Oh, fool. I try cross out the Lord that made heaven and earth. You're crazy. Yeah, when you should have give reverence to him and fear. You should have fear before the Lord, man. But you
right,
don't
man.
fear. You know?
See?
Go ahead, huh?
Says this is Malachi, what does that bring out? Malachi 4:1. It says, for behold the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
And what day that I speak about? Obviously, yeah, it has to be speaking of the missus, man. So the time where the missus is gonna reign, it's coming, and the scripture says it shall burn like one of them Asian oven, man. Go ahead.
See? Shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Yeah, you're gonna be burnt up, man. See all the alphabet pride people, the scripture say you're gonna be stubble. You're gonna be burnt up. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Yeah, that shows that that place is gonna be inhabited no more by human beings. Because if the roots aren't there and the branch not gonna be there, yeah. Because if you have to have root, yeah, exactly. You have to have root before you can have branch. And the sun niggas, yeah, them Arabs won't be there. Because even in the same Revelation 18, the brothers just read, it speak about unclean spirits dwelling there, man. Saying so you have things like the Komodo dragon and the satyrs, and you know, that's gonna be their home, because that's gonna be a big desert. Because really, the purpose of that place was for us to be judged. And when our judgment is through, the Lord not gonna need it no more. You know, it's gonna be a memorial unto the nations, yeah? What happened to the wicked and evil kingdom as the second leg of Rome, which is America, you know?
It's 2 Peter 2:4. It says, for if Yahweh spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. See?
Which are these bodies?
And spare not the whole world, but save Noah, the 8 persons, the preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ash, condemned them with an overthrown, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
Exactly.
And that is a message to you, man. See? Guys, this is it. America take up the same style as Sodom.
Exactly. America
And Gomorrah,
is
Sodom, man.
You take up Egypt style.
Yeah.
You take up Babylon style. You know, you take up the Greek style. Yeah, you take up Medo Persia. You take up everything.
So you get all of the judgment, the whole of the nation, they forget
One.
you know one. Run them!
Blood clot, nothing. Exactly. For them style emerge. Super saiyan.
Yeah.
It don't work, man.
So everything where they forget to get in a one.
And you're getting a full effect.
Yeah.
See, with all judgment with it, man. See, yo, it's gonna be you see how we there walk, and you know we have access to go to the store,
Yeah.
and we have access to do this and do it, and we have the internet, and we have running water in our pipes. Little after this, that shit not gonna be out here anymore. You're not gonna have no electricity in the lines. See, and then people are gonna understand the severity and the seriousness of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah? When you see the seriousness at the time, man, I say, oh shit. Yo, me should have did listen.
Yeah.
What the money they set on the corner was the right thing.
Scripture says,
And at
remember
that
now the
time
creator in the days
of
of
thy
thy
youth. And at
while
that
evil
time
days
it's going to
come
be too
not.
late for for the majority, man. See? Yo, and the apostles and the elders are worthy of double honors, man.
Gone.
Yeah? Cause, yeah, like the three of us right here, we've been in this thing going on 13 years. 13 years. Yeah? Because we are studying before we even start hit the streets. Yeah? And the apostles doing this thing for 30 plus years. And we know what we are going through. Yeah? Through the different phases of growth.
Gone.
Yeah, we understand. We there we see our whole town back up against us, man, and the word of the Lord.
Hey, too long. I see youth who used to be like
You see little babies, adults now. Babies used to scarf at us. Adults now, man.
them
See?
live.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we see adults, like say big people now have all kids.
Hey,
Yeah?
you know
Who
what?
used to scarf at us,
You know
man.
a lot of the people they would say, not in my time.
Yeah, nothing, yeah.
Not in my time.
Yeah, okay,
Hey,
we will
remember, you know, they must say, look how long this they gotta come. Hey, remember, Noah prophesied for 100 years
Exactly.
before the flood come, man. See?
We're not going to go that long though.
No,
Yeah, what was that?
this,
What was that?
this is the time. Because we see the judgment being played out already.
Yeah.
This generation has passed.
Yeah.
All things that be written be fulfilled.
And them market it, man.
You have no closing scripture,
It
man?
says Proverbs 1, and as it I mentioned,
Yeah.
say, we out here for a while and when the day of eat 13 years,
Exactly.
me come after. See? It says Proverbs 1 and 20. It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Yeah, because we out here where everybody walk past and I see it.
See?
Yeah, we never go hide behind somewhere. No. Go ahead.
Yeah? In the opening of the gates in the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long is simple ones really love simplicity, see? And scorners delight in scorning.
And the scorners delight in your scorning. You love
Yeah.
this. Yo, that's Jake still. You know, simple, stupid. Go ahead.
And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge, man. Fools hate to know. That's
Right.
why when I tell them how come they don't want to know. They might tell us, say, yo, I don't want to know. Then what the fuck you going to prepare for it if you don't want to know?
Gone.
That makes sense? You tell a man, say, look here, the money going to collapse. Me don't only tell you say the money going to collapse, I'm going to explain to you, but you don't want to know. Say the money going to collapse. Then, okay. All right.
Hey, so-
when you catch you off guard, then don't come to me, because guess what, you never want to know.
So the deal come like a sudden destruction upon them, man.
Exactly.
Because you're going to get up on mine, you're going to go in a bank and you're going to hear so you can't get your money.
Money,
because
exactly.
The system
Yeah,
crash.
I mean, you're going to tell us that you got money, you never
You
want.
never prepare for the system crash.
Comfort can be your worst enemy.
Yeah.
Worst enemy, and the system is a good comfort for
If
them.
them hear some hurricane a come, they want to see how fast them
Fuck,
gone to
supermarket,
supermarket.
yeah.
Tune into
Yeah,
radio,
yeah.
tune in at that, yo. You know what I
See,
mean?
and it's
So-
worse than hurricane.
Exactly, yo. So they just sure saying that them a hypocrite, yo, and them spirit.
Yeah, what should I call them?
What do you think said the CEO of Bath and Body?
We jump off of the...
We jump off of the building the other day, man.
I see
Yeah.
Bath and...
Bath and Body works,
Bath
yeah.
and body and something like
Yeah?
that.
Yeah, jump off.
I see him see what coming.
Jump off and rise building over there.
Maybe him who has a couple debt,
Right.
and him yes, them are going to get laid off. And him can't pay that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The man say, yo, fuck this.
Yeah? And jump from the 18th floor. But him not smart, he should have go up to the 200th floor. You understand?
You don't get a proper ride up.
Yeah, you know? Oh, fuck, you need him, man.
You don't get a proper ride up, you know.
Yep.
I'm not stuck and smash out.
You don't get a rhythm, I get a squash.
Squash.
Bones bust like bam. Boom.
I remember 9/11.
Yeah.
I remember
Listen,
9/11.
listen to the hell of Yashua, I put up a picture.
9/11.
With the people them in a 9/11 will catch a fire, will jump through the window.
Yeah.
Them catch a fire, and it's hard to bear, they just jump through the window.
Yeah, man. People just jump to them death, man.
Yep. And that's the terror of the Lord, man. Therefore, when the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Yep.
See? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands
So
of
to
the
live
living
in
power,
power.
man.
Exactly. Continue that because it's soon
It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto
The
you.
Lord says he's going to pour his spirit unto you. Go ahead.
I will make known my words
He's
unto
going to
you.
make known his words
See?
unto us, because that's the spirit of the Lord. Go ahead.
Right, man. Because I have called
Uh-huh.
and he refused.
Uh-huh.
I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
And no man regarded, only the elect.
See?
Yeah, go ahead.
But he have set at naught all my
But
counsel
you set at naught all the Lord's counsel. Go ahead.
and would none of my reproof.
And you won't do his reproofs, man.
See? I also will laugh at your calamity.
Oh, so because all these brothers out here, we can attest that, yo, our days, yo, we have been plagued, man. We have to be
God.
constantly quoting the scriptures, man.
That's right. Man.
So our laughing.
Wisdom and knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah.
Strength and stability at the time.
The scripture said, he that
Yes.
increaseth wisdom increaseth grief.
Gone.
You know? So our time of laughing is coming.
God.
You know? Go ahead.
Then it says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
The Lord says it's gonna mock when your fear cometh. Go ahead.
When your fear cometh as a desolation,
Uh-huh.
and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. Go ahead.
Swift. When distress and anguish cometh
Cometh upon you.
upon you,
Uh-huh.
then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
That time you're not gonna hear you, man.
They shall seek
what
me
man,
early,
big up,
but
you know.
they shall not find me.
But him say you're gonna seek him early, but you're not gonna find him.
Gone.
You know why you're not gonna find him? Because we're not gonna be here anymore. And when you go on YouTube, with the internet are gonna shut down, we're not gonna be there anymore. And for the ones of you who see us in person, our tongues are cleave to the roof of our mouth. Because we're not no more for say.
Yeah, we're done.
Not no more
Now
for
we
say.
say how we could have said.
All what we could have said.
Hey,
Through,
lads.
through the rain, through the snow, through the heat. Yeah?
Yeah.
Or sometimes we're tired and want to sleep instead of seeing me and I talk, seeing me.
People
Yeah.
on the panic side of the road say, watch a madman and wait up in the rain.
Exactly, exactly.
With them- with them-
When you stand up in the rain, I read Bible in the rain. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah? we say it all, man. At that time, we don't have nothing more to say.
Gone. Just
Yeah?
right, man.
Nothing at all. Because we said it all, you know, that the Lord gave us the same, man. Because He will choose when we will stop talking. As for now, we're going to go and talk. Yeah?
We're going to do the work.
We do the work, man. See, we get this work. Anyway, with that, we want to say all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of great millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.